Bean Dad, I swear to God, is one of my, I'll probably just throw, I haven't given it thought on who the other ones would be, but I'll throw top 5 worst people ever on the internet.
Really?
Top 5's pretty high.
Well, yeah, of course, not like, murderers and shit, but just like as far as like assholes on the internet. This will be my 12th year at Barstool. It's like I'm desensitized, It's like I can't even get my dick hard anymore unless I'm watching someone get like their head fucking held underwater. You know what I mean? I see these stories, people text, "Are you gonna blog this?" I'm like, no, he doesn't even register on the radar anymore. Bean Dad got me going. Bean Dad. Somebody tagged me in a Ruth Conda Forever Awards tweet, which is my favorite thing that I've ever created. It's gonna give the gift that keeps on giving. And so every time I see that hashtag, I click on it, and it was John Roderick, who is now dubbed Bean Dad. And that's how you know he's an asshole. When the internet gives you a nickname, Bagel Boss, Pharma Bro, Poop Girl, like it's like, because you know what it is? You go so viral, so fast, and everyone is talking about it, that we are just like, let's just give this a nickname so we're all on the same page. You know what I mean? Like, Bean Dad's not exactly the funniest term in the world, but it's just like, let's call him that. Like, it was funny, too, because I saw Can Opener Dad and I saw Bean Dad. It was like going one way or the other,
Bean Dad was the way to go.
Yes. Yeah. And it's just because, like, we need to absolutely, somebody said I was disgusted. I was disgusted by this, and I had so much disappointment, and I'm coining the term disgustment. And I was like, I like that. He caused me disgustment, where I was like, we all need to make fun of this guy. He's Bean Dad. Fucking roast him. He had like a 15 or like 20 tweet thread.
I'm going to go 30.
It was so long because I started to read it, and then I started to skim it, and then I started to resume reading. I was like, it's still fucking going. His name's John Roderick. He, oddly enough, has a podcast with Ken Jennings, the Jeopardy legend. I'm like, who the fuck? And he tells the tale. Like, either way, he's the biggest asshole. It's either real, and he's just a dickhead dad, or he made this up, and it's the least funny story of all time. The story goes that he was doing a jigsaw puzzle, and his 9-year-old daughter comes to him and says, "Dad, I'm hungry for lunch. I want these beans." Which, no, that didn't happen. Not a single 9-year-old girl since the Great Depression has ever said, "Dad, I'm hungry. I want some beans." Literally, maybe in 1929 that happened. There might have been a day.
Now, I'm going to stand up for beans. Because once you have beans,
they
beans
are good.
Fucking delicious.
Okay.
But
I'm also going to knock you back down a notch, beans, because they're good, but you're never like, I'm going to have a can of beans for lunch.
Oh, no, not a can. No, never. Obviously. But if I'm walking
on Easter and you're having ham and there's some beans, sign me up.
If I'm ever walking a market and I just
want
go,
some beans.
Well, I'll take some Bush's baked. Yeah, why
not? And sure.
You put a couple of like a bacon in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I put like brown sugar almost.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah,
maple or something.
Those baked beans are legit.
And of course, chili and all the other things and tacos. There's beans. This is not a problem with beans.
It's a problem with 9-year-olds liking
a 9-year-old girl too.
9-year-old boys don't like beans.
No,
They just sing about how they make you fart, but that's it.
That's about it. And homeless people cook cans of beans under bridges. That's what beans are for. Not 9-year-old girls. But he says
beans are almost eaten exclusively by the guy in Dennis the Menace who kidnaps kids. That's it. That's
I think
the biggest user of beans is child kidnappers.
You have a barrel fire under a bridge with hot dogs and baked beans, and you kidnap children. You human traffic. Those are the people who eat beans, not 9-year-old girls. But she wants the beans. And her dad says, go fucking make yourself some beans. And she's like, I can't open the can. Like, I can't get into it.
I'm 9.
And he decides that this is what I've heard. I hear this term quite a bit these days. It's a teachable moment, is what parents and teachers say.
I believe, right?
Yeah, an apocalypse dad, prepper dad, doomsday dad, some of that. And he says to himself, "Oh, I can't believe I raised a daughter who doesn't know how to open up a can." He proceeds to let her, again, in this imaginary made-up story, struggle for 6 hours, where he says to her, "We are not eating anything other than these beans, and we are not eating anything until you open this can of beans by yourself using an old school manual can opener, and you have to figure out how to open it without me giving you any help.
If I started an activity hungry already, and I did that activity for 6 hours, I'd die.
I was gonna say you'd be dead.
I'd die.
You'd expend that energy.
I would at least faint, but probably die.
You'd be in the emergency room. We need to like give you fluids. You'd wake up in an ambulance. Like, what happened? And I'd be like, you tried to open up a can of bean for 6 hours. That's what happened. You expend all your energy.
You haven't eaten in 6 hours.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
And
I wake up in the middle of the night and eat. Like I couldn't tell you the last time I went 6 hours without. Have I told you about my sheets, by the way?
Oh boy,
how luxuriously I live. Now my sheets have pockets on them.
Oh yes,
which
you
is
have told me that. Yes,
incredibly dangerous. But I'll wake up,
just reach over
with
what
just like I'll be like,
oh, grab bag.
Where's all these fucking York peppermint patty wrappers from? Like I'll just in a like you sleepwalk and fall and hurt yourself. I sleepwalk and just eat fucking sugars. That's it. I just pump carbs into me. I've woken up with bare fucking raw Sour Patch Kids in the bed. I'm like, how do they get there? It's disgusting, actually. My pocket, you know how they say like
my bed pocket. I mean, that's disgusting.
You know what they talk about, like a kangaroo's pouch?
Yes, I was just thinking how it's like
it's got
disgusting.
It's got like weed pen oil that's leaked with candy and wrappers.
The fact that you got a bed pocket is disgusting.
And then I guess I put my cell phone in there. Like it is just.
I feel like you could just take a straw and put it in. And there's a liquid. Like, I don't know, there's some water and some Kool-Aid. Whatever. Just drink it out of my bed pocket.
I'm going to take a picture when I go home tonight. It's ridiculous. It's obscene.
God bless your poor girlfriend. But this thread goes on and on to the point that it's obviously fake, and maybe he even intended some of it to be fake, where he was like, I regaled her with stories of all the cans that I've opened.
Best cans I've opened.
And he like forces allegedly made up story to she had to learn how to like clamp the thing and hold the handles and twist the knob.
I think what's lost in all this, by the way, is that using a can opener is fucking impossible.
Yeah. Yes, that's the point.
Using a can opener,
bro.
I'm 32 and I don't really know how to use a can opener.
And you don't really need to anymore. Everything has the fucking pop top and like. And here's the real thing. Do you know how you learn how to open up a can?
I don't think I've opened more than 5 cans in my life.
Probably not. Probably not.
But how do you
learn? You know what you do? You go to your fucking parents and say, how do I do this? And they show you. Like, you're not being like some pussy by being like, all right, let me teach my kids. Like, you bring these humans into the world and then you have to teach them how to live. You don't just like it's like what fucking Chinese people do. They just leave them on the side of a fucking mountain. They're like, figure out. Like, no, they're not animals. You have to teach them.
It is.
They're not going to intuitively know how to like the physics of it all.
This guy was like,
you teach them, then they know. And by the way, your daughter just wasted 6 hours of her life starving. You could have done this in 10 seconds. She could have gone and been more productive. Fuck you.
You could like this guy like got like opened up like the U.S. Patent Office's website, found the official blueprint for the original can opener. He's like, now understand how the gears work.
He says.
I know.
Yeah, yeah. He says like
nothing.
He's like at one point he's like, the inventor of the can. Like, what part did the inventor intend for this to be on the can? Like, I don't fucking know, man.
Dude, I will.
And then your reward after all this
is
a bowl of beans. Beans. Like, come
beans.
On. Come on. I mean, I would absolutely. You know when like, it's like if you. You know, dads are always like, oh, I'm going to chain my daughter to the radiator. And then, like, those are the girls who go off and they're fucking whores in college because they never, like, you know, they rebel and they never. This girl, this 9-year-old girl is going to be a whore. This little fucking girl is going to be horrible.
What a leap we just took.
This little girl is going to be. She's gonna be like Bad Barbie or whatever. That fucking bitch. She's gonna be on Dr. Phil, being like, I fucking hate my parents, and I'm gonna fuck every guy I see because my dad wouldn't teach me how to use a can opener.
Suck dick for beads now, Dad.
Yes.
You like what you made me.
Your dad's gonna be like, so, honey, like, what's the lesson? How do you open up a can of beans? Well, you suck dick on the corner, and then they open it for you, Dad, because you wouldn't teach me
under a bridge. Well, for all the good beans.
Who have the? If I want my beans fix, I go under the local bridge and I suck some hobo dick. God, I fucking hate Bean Dad. I hate him. I legitimately hate him. He's a. Oh, and then, in what is my favorite part about this? I hate the internet, but I love the internet. It's like, you know, I hate it here, I love it sort of thing. One of the swiftest and most decisive cases of internet justice I've ever seen. The ultimate social media ball don't lie. Within like an hour, they dug up all his old racist tweets, and he had to delete his account.
Oh
yeah,
really?
he's done. He's done. I actually, to be honest, this guy is so like wordy and verbose and like.
What kind of
holier
racist stuff
than
was
thou.
he saying?
Well, he definitely is just straight up like tweeting the N-word, but like in context and in quotes and shit, but still just like saying it.
Right.
And then there was one tweet, I don't know how to find him, but he was talking about like Jew lawyers and like the white man and like the white devil or some shit like that. That I think they were almost like commentating on racism and stuff. I don't think he was being racist, but like it was just like words you don't use and things you don't joke about and like jokes that were missing the mark. And so real quick, like deleted the account.
What made people who read this thread like they were just so fueled with hatred?
John, pure hatred.
That they're like,
yes.
I hope this guy said the N-word at
Yes.
some point.
Yes. Yes.
Because I thought it was a weird thread, but I definitely
Well, no, I'll tell you what happened. This is
I wasn't like I have to get this man
because, and this is where if I could offer any sort of like olive branch to Bean Dad, no, I won't because I hate him and his whore daughter. but he, people were like, this is an abusive father. Like he is abusing his daughter by starving her.
Well, that's not true.
And a lot of people were like, relax. Like, first of all, as much as it's difficult for people like us to go 6 hours with meals, like that's the space between lunch and dinner. You know what I mean? Like, and it was not. Yeah, these are the racist things.
Yeah.
So like, you know, that one, the perverted by the Jew judges for the mud people. I was like, I don't know what all that
my
means,
goodness
but that sounds
gracious.
that sounded tough, right? So I was like, whoa, buddy. Jews ruin everybody's fun. Listen, I can't throw stones in that glass house, but
Well, what's the one up top?
the mud people that's a line.
No, the one before that. Oh, that one's not funny.
Every time I use a word like gay or retarded, some gay retard reminds me those words are hurtful. Bean Dad was
Funny.
that was May 3rd, 2011. That's a funny joke. That's a funny joke. Every time I use a word like gay or retarded, some gay retard reminds me those words are hurtful. Bean Dad, he got jokes. He's got some jokes. All right, you're already laughing at one of the best clips of our shows. Now it's time for you to watch the full episode. So click here, subscribe to the full KFC Radio show. You can watch
right there.
entire episodes right here. You want more clips? Click here. Subscribe to both of them.
Hit the button too. Hit the bell.
Hit the bell and the button, and then the comment below.
Leave comments. Who else you think we should interview?
And how I'm funnier than John.
Maybe.